Okay, close down 1 second ना. हाँ अब आना चाहिए. 1 second ना. अब आना चाहिए. Okay. So good afternoon everyone, and I apologize for the glitches with voice in the previous video and at the start of this video itself. So good afternoon everyone. Now, as usual, we are going to record this session, and I'm going to share link for this video later for people who are not live. Let's start right away with Nifty 50 chart. We are on the weekly chart and looking at the recent candle for this week. Looking at the chart for Nifty 50 this week, the recent candle, uh, this particular candle is inside the previous week's candle. Now, we can say that Nifty did not do much during the last 5 sessions. Uh, if Nifty breaks this 16,400 level, which was the high for last week candle, or if it breaks the low for last week's candle, which was at 15,735, then that will decide the further market course. Um, as we already discussed last week, on the downside, our target for Nifty is 15,200. Uh, Looking at the fast EMA taking over the slow EMA during the last week itself, we do see that there is a more probability on the downside. We already see after magnifying here that the fast moving average has already taken over the slow moving average here. Uh, just to confirm our analysis, we will take a quick look at global market. Looking at S&P 500, though Nifty 50 has been largely outperforming S&P 500 for last few weeks, the disparity between the India VIX and the US VIX is definitely a concern, not as large concern as it was a couple of weeks back. But looking at this inverted um, half circle, inverted smile, we feel that if current support at 3800 levels is broken, then it can slide down to 3700 and then down to 3500, which is very close to pre-COVID levels. Uh, Coming back to from S&P, we will come back to precious metals. Let's look at the gold chart, and we are on the Indian gold futures chart. What we see here is a small reversal after checking support at after taking support at the slow moving average. And if we switch to the daily chart here, we see that there is a small pullback during the last week. Now, if at all gold starts trading above 51,400, then it will be a good opportunity to invest, and with target 53,600, 53,700, and the next target could be 5,500. This will not be immediate, this will move slow, but it will be a good 6 to 8 months long investment. Exactly opposite to gold, we have silver. As we had discussed last week, silver has had good breakdown below the support levels, and it has now slided down to 5700, 5800 levels. There was a small pullback after that slide down, and The further courses of action, either upside or downside, will decide if the price starts trading above the fast EMA, or if it slides down further and breaks this 58,200, 58,100 level. So there is no opportunity, immediate opportunity in gold and silver right now, but there are few other opportunities that we are going to discuss. Before that, let's take a quick look at Bank Nifty. Largely, Bank Nifty has been underperforming uh, in comparison with Nifty recently, but this particular channel that it has been trading, so we feel that there is a good scope that if Bank Nifty starts trading above 34,700, 34,800 level, and then 35,200 levels, then we will have 36,800, 36,700 levels once again. On the downside, if 33,000 levels are broken, then there might be further slide down, first till 3,200 levels, and then after that to 30,000, 253 levels. We will take a quick look at weekly chart also, and very similar to Nifty, the slow moving average is been taken over by the fast moving average. We see small pullback here, but again it's an inside candle. So if the previous week candle, 9th May week candle, that high and low it has created, one of them is broken, then we can decide on further price action on the either side, on the top side or on the downside. There are a couple of indices, Indian market indices, that we also want to take a look at. Uh, in comparison with Nifty, I'm going to quickly pull a relative strength chart on the screen along with Nifty Auto. So we see in the last week, Nifty Auto has just begun outperforming Nifty. We see a small hint of green here. That's on the weekly chart. We also see that the moving average, that was fast moving average, was taking over the slow moving average, that has failed, and we see a strong green candle here. Switching to daily chart, a very similar picture, and once this fast moving average takes over the slow moving average from the downside, and at the same time these 11,000 levels are broken, we will see a good move in auto, which would um, highly likely go till 11,800. The recent news about the sales in auto sector, as well as the electric vehicles related news, positive news that I'm talking about, has created some buzz in the auto stocks. So, as we had discussed last week, investing in selected auto stocks would definitely fetch good returns. The stocks that one should avoid are Hero MotoCorp, would avoid Ashoka Leyland, and the stocks one might want to go for or look at carefully before investing would be Bajaj Auto, would be Tata Motors, and the likes of it. Uh, After Nifty Auto Index, the next index that we want to discuss is FMCJ index. This beautiful resistance here should likely get breakout here, and the FMCJ index should start trading above. Once this breakout happens, there will be a good buying in FMCG stocks, and if we switch to weekly chart here, there was this good correction after this entire rally, and now the stocks look ready, the index looks ready to trade above the 39,500 level, 38,500, 39,500 level. um, Again, selected FMCG stocks like PNG, Dabur India, Hindustan Unilever, Colgate should fetch some good returns. Um, Another major FMCG stock that we've been discussing for last couple of weeks has been ITC. After 2019 levels, in fact, after July 2019, for the first time, the stock has started trading in 280 price levels. The price has started trading above 280, and on the weekly chart we see relative outperformance to Nifty for last few weeks. When we switch to daily chart, we have strong candles, big green candles with huge volume after the earnings that were declared last week. So though we had discussed and were positive about taking position in ITC for last couple of weeks, if one has not taken now at 275 280 levels, is a good time to take fresh position in ITC. And in next couple of years we expect the stock to go and touch 300 325 levels. One more positive thing about ITC is that in recent times, though the markets have corrected on an average 20%, there was no major correction in ITC. However, it has outperformed the market. So, when one is looking at stable investment in market sentiment times, ITC is a good pick. Uh, Moving from ITC, a couple of more indices that we want to discuss. After FMCG, we will take a look at energy index, which has been trending very well for last couple of weeks. And uh, though the energy stocks are at the skyrocket levels, there could be a short rally in the energy stocks in near future if 29,000 levels are broken, or in immediate week if the price starts trading above the fast moving average, we can certainly take a look at a small position, short position, a small short time position in energy stocks. We have taken a look at bank nifty already. One more an important index that we want to discuss is the CPSE index. Not many know of this, but what exactly CPSE is, we go right here on the NSE website, and it says that the government has decided to disinvest some of its stake in central public sector enterprises through ETF route. So this CPSE stands for Central Public Sector Enterprises. This index comprises government owned companies in public sector. um, NTPC is National Thermal Power Corporation, NMDC is National Mineral Development Corporation, NHPC is Hydroelectric Power Corporation, and NBCC is Buildings and Constructions Corporation. So overall, all these companies together, these come from power sector, oil and gas consumable sector, capital goods sector, metals and mining sector, and construction sector. The reason we are discussing this index is if we take a look at the relative performance of this index along with Nifty for last few weeks, for last few months from September 2021, this has largely outperformed Nifty. And we exactly see, though the private players are not included in this index, we see these sectors: power, oil and gas, capital goods, construction, metals and mining sectors have given amazing results. So when one questions which stocks are good to invest at this point of time, these five sectors, either private sectors or private companies or the government companies, are where one can definitely invest. Uh, One of the stocks that we can look at from same sector is Coal India. This is the second stock that we're going to discuss today. Uh, So after checking support at 165 levels last week, the stock has bounced back to 185 levels, and when it crosses this 1000 moving average, the resistance that it has been facing at during October once, then during March, and now towards end of April, once again we feel finally the prices will take over these levels. When the slow moving average again takes over the large fast moving average, and the price starts trading above this 1000 moving average, it would be a time to buy in if you are not invested already, and we can definitely target 208, and then the next level above 208 would be 218, 209, 218 levels. Target one as 209, and next target as 218. We can target in this stock. uh, Now, there was also a question last week that overall, where exactly we should look at, where we should scout for stocks. So, I decided to include BSE 200 index. Over the last few years, we have seen that BSE 200 index has most of the times outperformed Nifty and Sensex both. So, if you are invested and very well diversified your investments in BSE 200 stocks, there is a high probability that you would outperform the Nifty indices. On BSE 200 weekly chart, we see that the fast moving average has not yet taken over the slow moving average. Since May 2020, the index has outperformed Nifty. So, if at all you're looking for investments in these sectors, power, oil, gas, capital goods, metal, and construction, then scout for BSE 200 stocks. Uh, One more topic that we can discuss is metals and mining. Let's quickly switch to metals index for a quick moment. So, from July 2021, there has not been a significant up move in metals index, but very recently, uh, two-wheeler manufacturers, especially electric manufacturers, have placed large orders on base metals. So the base metal manufacturers, people who companies who mine for bauxite, manganese, lead, and the likes of it, they are trending. We expect that there will be at least a small rally, about 10%, 15% up move in the base metals, though there is nothing significant opportunity that we noticed in immediate future in precious metals like gold and silver. So definitely manganese and likes of it, base metals, we can look at investing opportunities. Also, the mining companies, companies who are in business of mining base metals, not just producing base metals, will be trending for a while. And definitely, in those companies too, we'll see 10 to 15% rally. Um, that is all for now. From next week, once again, we will make sure that technologically we do not face any glitches, and we are up and live at 10 a.m. sharp. Uh, every Saturday, we will have this quick 15 to 20 minutes webinar on market outlook at 10 in the morning. So, subscribe to our YouTube channel and do join us live. You can click on the bell icon if you would like a notification every Saturday before we go live. Have a profitable week ahead. Goodbye.